Hi, as you know, I am Kaylin, and today we're going to be doing a video on upgrading from TNA6 to CS-Time, obviously CS-Time being the latest version. We're going to do different, upgrading from TNA5 to CS-Time in a different video. So today we're simply focusing on TNA6. So there's a few checks that you need to do before upgrading to CS-Time in terms of checking that your data is in good order. And then we can obviously install CS-Time and upgrade that. So you need to do these things in TNA6 first. So if you go to your configuration module, first thing that you need to do is make sure that your server module is not open, and that you can obviously see by the server not running message at the back there. Once you're confident that your any other users, if you do have multiple users, that their user modules and everything is closed as well, you can open up the configuration module and then go to File Manager, and then you need to do a freshen and a verify goods on all the files in TNA6. So we're going to click on Tag All, and then we're going to click on Freshen. Now if there is any warnings that would pop up here, you can just click on retry, that it can actually go through those files and complete the entire list here. So once this freshen, like I said, is done, then you also need to do a verify goods to complete then the check that your TNA6 dataset is 100% for upgrading. Okay, if you do get any access errors here, again, same as before, you would just click on OK to just go through those files. It'll usually be files that perhaps are not in use in your system, so you can just click on OK until it's run through all those files there. And then your TNA6 dataset is ready for upgrading. So we can now close TNA6, so we finish with that. The next thing that you need to do is uninstall TNA6 so there isn't any confusion as to when you're running the user module, perhaps if you do have multiple users, that they're opening up the incorrect version of the software. So uninstall TNA6 first, and then you need to run the install for CS-Time, which you can obviously then download from the cstime.com website. So once you've done that, you can just run that install, and I'm going to just then move on this over to the second screen that I'm on there, and obviously just follow then the installation guide as to choosing your locations and what type of installation it is. Remember that if it is a workstation installation, you're going to choose the advanced one. If it's a standalone PC, you're going to use the simple one. So you just click on next. Now you're obviously going to install it into the same directory that your TNA6 directory, your data set, and that is there because you're simply upgrading that data. So this should all be picked up from the TNA6.ini there. So if you're happy with that, you can just click on next and next again and have that installed. So now it'll install CS-Time, and then at the end it'll actually upgrade your files. Now depending on how big your data set is, the upgrading of the files could take quite a long time. Obviously if you've got years and years of data, it's going to take slightly longer than today's data set. I've got a small data set here, so hopefully it should go quite quickly there. Okay, so there you'll see the last part. It says upgrading data files, and then it'll upgrade that. Now unfortunately you can't see that process there. It's making a backup of that, and you wait until it's done. And once it's finished and you're happy with that, your software is basically upgraded, and you can go along and open up CS-Time. Now the next thing obviously that you need to do is to register CS-Time, because it will have a invalid license, because you're obviously only licensed for TNA6. So then you would need to just enter that product key there. So I'm going to move this over again here. You'll see it pops up with the registration screen. Now obviously if you've got then a XML file, you can just go and select that for it to activate. Now I've obviously got one here, so let's select that, and you'll see that it has activated my license again, and all is good to go. So once we're happy that all our information is here again, that we can see our clockings and all that, you can go ahead and then open up your server module again in order for it to collect any clockings. And that's how simple it is to upgrade from TNA6 to CS time. Like I say, just remember, depending on your data set, the size of that, it might take a lot longer than what it did today. I hope that you have learned something and that you will join me next time. Goodbye.